Projectile motion. A tennis ball is projected horizontally from the top of a vertical cliff 50 meters high with a velocity of 10 meters per second. Find the time taken to reach the ground, the vertical component of the velocity when the ball hits the ground, the distance from the foot of the cliff where the ball hits the ground. The height of the cliff is given as h, 50 meters. The initial horizontal velocity is 10 meters per second. Acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second. The situation to the problem can be sketched. In this form, we have a certain height here. Because that's the height. And this is the level ground. This represents the height from the ground. And the ball is projected with initial velocity Vx. Sooner or later, it will fall to the ground level. The time for it to fall, take from this point down to this point, is what we're looking for, t. And this is the horizontal distance traveled. That's the range, that point. There we have the vertical components of the velocity when it hits the ground. At this point here, we need the velocity to hit the ground. Now, one of the derived equations from the equation of motion is that the height can be expressed as half g t squared. This is derived from the equation of motion. We can make t the subject formula there as 2h all over g, the square root. Putting in the value, we have 2h is 50. Acceleration to gravity is 10. That is 100 all over 10. We end up having the square root of 10. The square root of 10, approximately the time is 3.2 seconds. The next question, the vertical component of the velocity where the ball hits the ground. At this point, when the ball hits the ground, a derived equation says that can be expressed as the square root of 2gh. Putting in the value, this is derived from the equation of motion. 2 times 10 times 50. That will give us 31.6 meters per second. The last question says the distance from the cliff, the distance from the foot of the cliff where the ball hits the ground. I checked the question very well. This distance here from there to here is what they are referring to, this distance x. The relationship with this distance x and the initial velocity is expressed as the xt. Putting in the value from the question, the initial velocity is given as 10 meters per second. That's 10. Calculated t is 3.2. That makes the range to be 32 meters.